Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9090 of the Daily BLP. I'm your host, Bran Collins, here all alone today, but that's okay. Matt might be dropping by, might not. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But today is Wednesday, December 3rd, and we are going to rock and roll through a little show here today. I hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks for spending some time watching today's episode. Got a lot of choices, millions of choices. Glad you chose to check us out today. So, what's been going on in the life of Panacea Smart Solutions, my business partner's small business? We've been running since 2016. Well, it's been an all right day, not too crazy. Had some good meetings this morning. This morning started off kind of my meeting schedule with a 10 a.m. meeting, a discovery meeting for a marketing opportunity for our Panaclix marketing services department. This was with a gentleman named Jeff from a local company in Green Bay. And what a great guy. He took the abuse of all my discovery questions like a champ, and just kind of unloaded the company story. They've been around for like 45 years. Sounds like they do a fantastic job, but they're struggling a little bit getting and capturing leads. They've grown like a lot of us small businesses that do a good job with services. They've grown through referrals and building a network. And, they, over the years, they've done a number of different things. They have a website and it does okay, but it's not performing the way they want it to, or the way we want most of our websites to perform. They've done and do some SEO things now. He's got an internal IT team that kind of helps them keep the website up to date and secure and things. And he does a lot of what he's calling the SEO, which is really just the content creation and sharing on social. But I'm not quite sure yet if they're doing true SEO technical upkeep and ongoing management, because there's a lot of like background noise that you have to do to stay relevant. But most of the business they find is either through referral or someone searches for what they do online and their Google business profile comes up, which they've done a great job of getting customer reviews and even customers of customers review because of the nature of their business. They have direct contact with the customers of their customers. So they've gotten great reviews that way. And he shared with me a lot of times they'll get a call in and say, hey, just looked up your services online, found your business profile and was reading your reviews, and that made me want to call you. So that's great. But they're getting, thousands of visitors to their website a month, and they're not converting to anything. So we're going to help them with that. So it was a great meeting. Went a little long, maybe a couple minutes late for my next meeting, which was an interview for a BDR position we're looking to fill. We're looking to fill a business development rep position with our company ASAP. The idea behind this is we want an experienced business development rep, someone who's had, time in the trenches over the years, maybe even involved into a leadership role, but maybe looking to start over. And we're the perfect kind of company to do that with, because we want to give somebody the opportunity to come in, learn quick about us, get on the phone, get on the emails, start booking appointments, sales appointments for me and us, and very quickly show some results and get pushed into a leadership role, help us hire more BDRs, train them to get results quick. And then, within the next 3 to 6 months, I want to have a fully staffed BDR team of at least 4 or 5 people. And I want this first person to be their leader. So that's hard to find. We tried to keep it initially within about a 30-mile radius of our office. And we're not a high density population area. So, that was a struggle. We had a couple people come in, but no real fits. So we expanded it out to 100 miles, which includes some bigger pop areas. And we're getting some good hits. Had a great interview today with a gentleman named Fred. Definitely seniored in his sales experience, but man, well-spoken, presented himself well, pretty high energy, which I really liked. Asked a lot of good questions, which is not that hard to do these days with ChatGPT because they'll give you the questions to ask. But I could tell he knows what he's doing. We're going to bring him in for a second interview next week and put it through some paces and see how he performs. So, but got more interviews. I think I got one tomorrow. Yeah, Thursday. Might have another one on Friday and Monday and Tuesday. So we've got a few of them. Jamie, our office manager / still my assistant. She's been doing a great job between some of our other hiring things we've been doing and trying to find, a BDR for our sales team. She's doing a great job keeping things going and keeping things moving forward. So I'm grateful for that. But those are the two major meetings. I spent a little time after my first meeting building some information based off of what we collected from my discovery questionnaires, and started working in some of the framework for messaging we'd like to do for them. I'm going to we've got time. So he's in the process of hiring a salesperson, which I totally get. Someone who I think worked for him in the past, but left, did some sales roles, coming back, is going to help him do some selling. And then he and this other person, he wants to collaborate in order to choose whether or not they want to work with us. So we're going to put together a nice proposal, and then present that to him mid-January. I mean, we're a couple weeks from Christmas. He's hoping to get this person locked in and hired before Christmas. Everybody's going to take a break. It's going to be New Year's. Everybody's got 2-week hangover for work. We're going to come back, meet. He's either going to come here or I'm either going to go up there. I'm going to present our phased proposal, which is what he really wants. He wants kind of an upfront project phase to redo their messaging and some of their website stuff. And then he wants to see what ongoing digital marketing services look like with us moving forward. So that's what I'm going to do. I got plenty of time to do it, but took some really good notes. AI took some good notes in the Zoom meeting. So I think we're in pretty good shape there. I know you guys don't watch, but number one, Mitch on our team, thanks so much for working with Mark over at CLA, Clifton Larson Allen, a good friend of ours, on this referral. This company that I met with works with one of our clients. Between that company and Mark, they both referred us. So Allergy Associates over in Apple, and thank you so much for that referral. Really appreciate it. That's the best way to tell me that you're happy with what we're doing for you. So fantastic. All right, moving on. What's going on in the news today? Lots going on, but the one thing that I found I want to hit on because I care. I mean, look, come real close. I care about you guys. Okay. Check your cheese, your shredded cheese, to be exact. Maybe you've heard of this. Maybe you hadn't. I hadn't, if I wouldn't have looked up business news for today. Apparently, there's bad cheese at the grocery stores. Not the grocery store. There's a bunch of different brands. I'm just going to rattle them off here really quick. The story that I found, I think this is from NPR. It said with best buy dates between January 2026 and March 2026. That's pretty far out there. They must be really vacuum packing this cheese to last that long, or whatever they're putting in there, or taking out, whatever. I know if you super pasteurize things, you can remove all the bacteria, which increases shelf life without adding preservatives. I don't know. I'm an expert. Somebody found me an expert. I'll bring them on. Anyway, check your dates and your brands. Borden, shredded and thick cut, low moisture, part skim mozzarella. All right. Brookshire's fine shredded or thick cut, low moisture, part skim mozzarella, also Italian style blend. Cache Valley Cache. So not like cash, like money cash, but like a cache of cheese, like a hoard of cheese. Cache Valley Creamery, shredded low moisture mozzarella and some Italian style blends. Coburn Farms, shredded mozzarella and Italian style blends. Food Club. That's like a generic brand of, is that Kroger, Pick and Save? I don't know. It just sounds familiar. Food Club Food Club. I don't know. Anyway, I'm an idiot. Food Club, various shredded mozzarella and pizza style blends. Gold Rush Creamery, shredded mozzarella and pizza style blends. I'm seeing a pattern here. Good and Gather. This is sold at Target. Low moisture, part skim, shredded mozzarella, and some mozzarella and Parmesan blends. Great value at Walmart. Lots of people shop at Walmart all over the country. Check the Great Value shredded mozzarella and some cheese blend products. I've seen these products in my fridge. Hun, if you're watching today's show, go check it out. Happy Farms, as opposed to Sad Farms. Happy Farms sold at Aldi. Shredded mozzarella and Italian-style shredded cheese blends. And HEB Hill Country Fair, some low moisture mozzarella shredded products. Plus many local and regional brands, store label cheeses sold under other names: Econo, Laura Lynn, Simply Go, Publix, Sprouts. Just check your cheese. All right. My favorite cheese is local company here close to me and my heart, that would be Sargento, unaffected. Good job, Sargento. So yeah, be careful. If you bought cheese recently, check your dates, check your brands, look them up, throw them out, kiss a couple bucks goodbye, go get some new cheese. All right. Now that we've got through that, another big story from the last few days is how the heck did Black Friday go? Did you shop online? I know my wife did. Did you go to the stores? I know my wife and I did. Spent some money on Black Friday, so some of my hard-earned cash goes into these numbers. Just wanted to share the preliminary. I guess technically some Black Friday deals are still going on, even though we've passed Cyber Monday. We're into whatever deal before Christmas is going on this week, and then the next and the next. And then there's that day after Christmas when you're returning stuff and there's more deals. Anyway, how did Black Friday go? This covers like evening of Thanksgiving through the end of the day on Friday, maybe into the weekend. Online sales, U.S. online sales reached a record $11.8 billion, up 9.1% from 2024. This is reported by Adobe Analytics. 10%, almost a 10% increase over last year. That's a lot of money in one day. In-store sales grew more modestly with a 1.7% increase, according to MasterCard Spending Pulse. Still an increase. In-store increases are usually a lot lower. You got to get up, get out, go there, deal with people, bump into people, not find what you're looking for, and then turn around and go buy it online, right? Like I prefer to go to a store and find it and grab it and hold it and scan it and put it in the cart and take it out and then bring it home. I just do. I don't know. Especially things that like they're going to be worn or seen or played. Like when you just never know. How many times have you been burned? Like, I mean, I know I have buying something online. You see the picture, see multiple pictures. You can spin it in 3D and then you get it. And it's like not nearly as impressive. It's kind of like when you shop for fast food, you see all the fast food commercials or restaurants, you see their stuff and their pictures and they look nothing like what comes across the counter for you to eat. Like they might have meat, cheese, bread, ketchup, pickles, whatever is on the picture, but it don't look like the picture. Apparently it's close enough to not have, false advertisement claims. But unlike like when you go to a local Greasy Spoon or family restaurant, or around here, we call it, a lot of the times they're Greek restaurants, but they don't just serve Greek food. It's like all cuisine. When you go there and you look at the menus or you see on their little TVs and they're showing pictures of the special, that picture, that low res, poorly lit picture of, the 4-piece roasted chicken with potatoes and coleslaw, or the chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and green beans, or, the lasagna, that's what it's going to look like when it comes to you. You know what I mean? It's not, they don't have these, the big marketing budgets that like sits it under the light and, fixes it with AI and puts makeup on it. And, it's actually just a piece of plastic or computer generated image. Like that's why you should go to your locally owned Greasy Spoon, Greek restaurant, or family restaurant. I'm telling you, get the best prices, usually the best food experience. They usually give you lots of free bread, right? And sometimes even like free ice cream after. A lot of the ones by us do that here in Wisconsin. So anyway, I'll get off my horse. Oh, okay. Back to this Black Friday news. Okay, where are we at? Oh, okay. Total retail sales, overall retail sales, excluding auto, like automotive cars and stuff, rose 4.1 year over year, though this figure is impacted by inflation, suggesting much smaller real increase in spend. Yeah, that's obviously going to be true. And nobody really knows what the real inflation number is anyway. Consumer turnout, an estimated 202.9 million people shopped between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. So it extends Saturday and Sunday. The highest turnout in years. AI impact. You can't get away from the impact of artificial intelligence, apparently. AI traffic to U.S. retail sites grew 805% compared to 2024. And AI tools help drive sales by making it easier for shoppers to find and convert on deals. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I've got it on my phone, and I ask it all kinds of questions. Is this the best deal? Can you compare it with some other sites? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's true. And I know there was some concern from some stories. We didn't report on it, but from weeks ago where certain AI platforms have made deal with certain retailers. And the worry is that these AI platforms are going to not play fair game. So I don't know if that's happening or not. Discount trends. The highest average discounts were seen in jewelry and clothes and apparel, while televisions had some of the lowest average discounts. I'll attest I agree to that. I mean, over the years, usually I'll wait till this time of year if there's any new TVs that have to go into the office or if some break or whatever. This is when I look, because generally it's the best discounts. This year it was, I had to buy so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new TVs for the office. And the deals were fine. They were great value, but it wasn't a better price on Black Friday than it was 2 weeks before that when I had to buy them. I think the prices on televisions are so low, it's hard to get much lower. But I remember years ago, I had to buy 3 65-inch 4K TVs, smart TVs for our old office. And this was probably 4 years or 5 years ago now. And they were $200 each at Target. It was a great deal. Great deal. Anyway. Okay. Category performance. Top spending categories included, drum roll please, electronics, $3.7 billion, apparel, $2.6 billion, and furniture, $1.8 billion. I don't think I've ever bought furniture this time of year. Maybe it's because where I live, who wants to get delivered or have to move furniture through the snow? It's just, or even the cold, it's not fun. Inflation's effect. While total spending increased, inflation may have erased much of the real growth in sales. Like I said before, you don't really know. Way to be a Debbie Downer there, inflation. Sorry, Debbie, if you're watching. Not trying to offend you there. Anyway, consumer behavior. Shoppers were resilient but showed a calculated approach, focusing on specific value rather than impulse buys. How the heck do you know that? You don't know that. Most of these are impulse buys, honestly. My wife and I were walking through I avoided most of it this year, but if I go by myself, I got my list, all the kids, what everybody wants. I'm walking around, boom, boom, boom. And then I see something like, oh, they'd really like that in the cart. Oh, they'd really like that. I end up with 3 times as much stuff. This year I didn't because we were together and we kind of stopped each other from doing that because it was silly behavior. But fun overall. It's good to see folks in the spending and hopefully giving spirit. Hopefully people didn't go too far into debt. I can say so far as the Christmas season goes, I wouldn't call this, business spending. Used no debt or no credit to do any spending yet for Christmas. So that's good. That's good. Last year I didn't get that far. I didn't do that well with that. So hope everybody had a good early shopping season. Well, it's not early, but post Thanksgiving shopping season. To move on to the third segment of today, what's going on in sports soon? Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football is tomorrow night, so I figure it'd be a good time to talk about the game a little bit. We've got Dallas at Detroit. Both teams are behind in their divisions. Both teams are going to come out of the gates playing super hard. Dallas is on a 3-game winning streak. Detroit lost their last game to the Packers. This game is in Detroit at Ford Field, so advantage Detroit there, even though they didn't help much against the Packers. They are favored by 3 points right now. Maybe not everywhere, but in the places that I look, they're favored by 3. With the over-under as of about an hour ago at 54.5 points. So, I don't know. I hate over-unders because football is the type of game where 2 teams that may average 30 points a game play each other, and now they can't figure out how to catch a ball or get a touchdown, and the game is to being 16-9, But I'm going to take the over on that. Not putting any money on it. Sorry. I'm going to go with Dallas. I think Dallas is going to come out on top if a few things happen. I think they need a couple takeaways, and they need 0 giveaways. They did have 1 giveaway last game, and they overcame that early in the game. That usually doesn't happen. It's usually a momentum killer. But I think they need a couple takeaways. I think they need to score some points on those takeaways. I also think they need to get after Jeff Goff. I think they need to sack him 2 to 3 times in order to come out of this with a W. I think it's going to be whoever, this is any football game, whoever plays the best defense is going to win. Sometimes an outstanding offensive performance can overcome an awesome defensive performance. But, just looking back on things, Detroit's secondary has been struggling recently at a time now that Dallas's wide receivers are hitting a good stride, I think, especially after the Thanksgiving game against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But I do think, even though they didn't get after Jordan Love, I think Detroit knows how to get after the quarterback. Dak has a good sense of what things are going on around him, but he's not the most mobile quarterback in the world. He's big, he's strong, he can run, but he's not super elusive. I think if you can get a hand on him, you can get him down. But yeah, I'm going with Dallas. I kind of have to. They're my guys. I think it's going to be a close game. I do not think it's going to be a blowout. But that's that. Matt never made it by us today. I'm just going to say Matt picked in Dallas too. I don't know if he's really going to pick Dallas, but I'm making your pick for you, Matt. There you go, bud. That is going to be about a wrap for us here today, folks. How did we do? Hey, we're right on time. Excellent. 4:27. This was fun. Love chatting. Thanks for joining us today here on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025 for episode number 90. We are now 10 episodes from our century mark for the daily BLP. I'm excited to count down and get there with you guys this year. Have a great evening, everybody. If you're traveling or still got to travel home, be safe. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Take care, everybody.